What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh. Today, coming at you with something a bit different. I haven't done this in a very long time, and I was going through my old ultimates and my ulti collection. If you don't know what that is, my goal was to, a very long time ago, I had a binder, a very thick one that's actually over on the floor, to collect every ultimate rare that's ever been printed in the TCG in first edition and in like as best rarity as I could find. And I was going through some of the ones that I have, and I've pulled out my favorites to show you. So this is just going to be a video showing off my favorite ultimate rares and reasons why they're my favorites and all that. So without further ado, we're going to start off with the lovely Herald of Perfection. If you don't know about Herald of Perfection and my love for Herald of Perfection, then you probably haven't been looking at the channel for very long. Herald of Perfection is one of my favourite all-time cards, just because the plays that you can make with it, the mentality you have to have for the deck, to be able to play with the card and to integrate it into the deck, knowing what to negate and what not to negate, you know, it's just awesome. And just in general, it looks awesome. Like, look at it. It looks absolutely amazing. The shimmer behind it is also really cool. So Herald of Perfection has always been one of my favourite cards of all time, and will continue to be for a very long time. Moving on, keeping up the ritual theme, we have Ruin and we also have Demise. So these two, the reason why I love these two together is mainly because I love Demise, but at the same time Ruin just goes together with, obviously, Demise. In the set, they just do go together in general. Let me just focus in on this one. They go together because of just the type of effects that they have, and just in general, it's kind of like the lore, you know, that with the Oblivion and Armageddon, it's very much you know, an apocalyptic theme. So these are like just look so awesome. Ruin just looks like so cool. She's the best like looking of them all, but Demise is just, you know, Demise, the original OTK of Demise, King of Armageddon. Being able to advance ritual art it, and then, you know, megamorphing or whatever. There's just so many cool plays you could do with this, and he just looks so badass. Like, look at the actual artwork on the armor. Just overall, it looks absolutely insane. Love it, and just in general, a really good card at that. So next up, we have cards that are actually very hard to get. As they are, we have the Sacred Beast. The Sacred Beasts are just in general really hard to find now. I think Uriah went up to like £100, £150 for no reason other than that it's like really hard to get. So I won't actually take these out of the sleeves, but looking at them in, you know, on their own, like Uriah was always really cool. I always really wanted to try and make these work. But you know, it's much more difficult than you actually think to actually make them work, because, you know, they're not easy to summon, and even if they are easy to summon, they're not necessarily the best to use on the field. So just overall, they are, you know, they're cool. I think they're just cool nonetheless. That's really all. Out of all of them, I think Uriah is probably my favourite, just because it looks the coolest, and it's personally I think it is the coolest. So next up, another one that's actually really hard to get is the Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman. This card is really hard to get in Ultimate Rare and First Edition, and the what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? The quality of the card, the condition of the card is the word I was looking for, is just really good on this one. Like, I love the way that the Wingman just pops out of the card, out of the actual foil. A lot of cards do this, a lot of Konami old cards do this by foiling the actual background and not necessarily the monsters, so it has a reverse hollow type thing to make it pop out, and it just looks really kick-ass. So there's some really nice ones like that I do love. I'll just set this so I can see what I am actually filming as well. Next up is Water Dragon. Water Dragon out of Elemental Energy, I think it is, or Elemental something or other, something like that. This is actually one of my favorites, because if you've probably noticed by now, there's a lot of blue themed cards here, because actually, in my opinion, the blue Ultimate Rares just look so good. I really do love the look of them. And Water Dragon is no different. Just looking really like sinister, you know, in some lights it can look it can shimmer a little bit as well. You probably saw green, but that's just because I'm a green screen behind me. That's all, unfortunately. Otherwise, that'd be really cool if it went blue to green. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not that great of a card, but A lot of these ultimate rares were not that great, but just in general, they look amazing. Like, so far, actually, all these are pretty decent for power levels. So next up we have Wing Kuribohs, the Wing Kuriboh original and then Wing Kuriboh level 10. I've included Wing Kuriboh here, but Wing Kuriboh 10 is actually the one that I want to really look at because it just, the artwork is like really amazing. And I do love that they used to do these like old ultimate rares, like if it was a rare or a super rare, it had a chance to be, well, it was a ultimate rare and then they obviously stopped doing that. Because I don't know why, I guess it was too difficult to keep printing them and all that, but look at it, it's so awesome, and you have Kuriboh there as well, like if we can just focus in on that, as you can just see there, like the card in general just looks really sick, and you know, it'd really be fun to make a Kuriboh deck. You know, maybe I might do that or play with at least in the future when we get Link Kuriboh over in the TCG. Next up, we have some, I think these are the first level up cards I have. I can't remember if I am actually looking at any more, if I've got, oh no, I don't have any others, I just decided these. I could do like the Ultimate Insect or the Silent Swordsman, but just in general, the Armed Dragons look really sick. And again, reason why I picked them is because of Armed Dragon level 7. It does look better than Armed Dragon level 5 in my opinion, but just like, look at it, it looks so badass. Like again, with the background, the popping of the actual card. This was from the actual first set that we had Ultimate Rares. So, you know, it's a bit of history for you there, but it does look really badass. I do love how the old Ultimate Rares look. The old Ultimate Rares just look so much better than the new ones. Next up, another one that you might not know about is Mega Rock Dragon. This card won me so many games when the original Rock deck came out, the Rock Structure deck, sorry, with Exod. And this card won me so many games. It's such a powerhouse card as well. And not only that, it looks absolutely badass. With the red tint all around it as well. Like, it's just, look at it. It's so badass. I love it so much. And this is actually one of my favorites as well. To be fair, all of these are my favorites. It's very difficult to make me choose against them. Another ritual card, which you may or may not know about, is Reshef, the Dark Beginning. This one is just absolutely incredible as well. Looks so good. The shimmering is just so nice. And I know that you can hopefully appreciate how good these all look as well, because I'm doing this in 4K 60. So it should be lovely, lovely. But yeah, Reshef is actually a really cool card. Before I quit, I actually explored trying to make it a deck again, or trying to make a deck around it, because, you know, Change of Heart-esque moves are pretty decent, but it was very, very difficult to do. Next up, Red Nova Dragon and Shooting Star Dragon. These two just look absolutely insane together. I couldn't pick one or the other. I was originally just going to show Shooting Star Dragon, but, you know, Red Nova deserves to be here too, right beside it. While it might not look as impressive, it's still a mighty monster that I actually really enjoyed playing back in the day. But, you know, Shooting Star Dragon as well just looks absolutely awesome. Again, quite a difficult one to find as well. There is a theme with some of these are quite difficult to find as they are. I think so far, because the next ones I have now are all misprints. Or misalignments. So far, out of all of these, definitely the Sacred Beasts are the hardest to get and hardest to find. So next up, we have an interesting one from Docs. We have a Scarlight Dragon, but with no name. So if I just take this out of the sleeve, I do have an undersleeve on it. So it is nicely protected. But yeah, so this one, I can't remember exactly how I came across this, but it was really cool, the fact that it just doesn't have a name at all. There is no stamp on it at all. It's just completely missed out. And just in general, the card looks sick as well. So it's a really cool misprint, that one. But honestly, I think my favorite misprints for the Ultimate Rares are all of these. So this is the entire ulti set from, what is it? So Core, the entire ulti set with all the same Ultimate Rare misprint. So come here. Ignista. I think Ignista is probably my favorite one out of all of them because of what it is. But if you can see there, if we just, there we go. Ignista, Providence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. You can see how it is misprinted, and all of them are exactly the same, and all of them do look absolutely kick-ass and badass as well. Next we have Flare Metal Dragon. You know, this one also looks really badass, but again with the same type of misprint. Then we have Odd Eye's Rebellion Dragon. Again, another one that does look actually really, really impressive if it would come out of the sleeve. Another one with the exact same misprint. The actual ulti artwork on this is really, really sick, if I'm quite honest. It does look really good. And then finally we have the Infernoid. How did I get this out of the sleeve? There we go. Infernoid is another one as well that actually looks like, I'll give him credit, all of these actually look really nice from this set. It's actually been a while since I looked at them, but just in general, with the last one we have the Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, looking absolutely amazing, but again, all of them have the same ultimate rare misprint, so I thought that was a really cool find. I can't remember which the first one. I think it was the Infernoid that was the first one that I actually saw. And then I basically went on a very long journey to try and find all of them. And I eventually found them. The last one that I got was Ignista. I think I got the the two fusions in quick succession. It wasn't actually too difficult to get them. But I haven't really seen anyone with another set of this. I've never seen anyone with a full set at least. I've seen a couple here and there, and I've got one or two more of each. I've got I think it's two more Infernoids and one Skull. But other than that, they're really hard to find, and I'm yet to find anyone who has a full set. And I just think that's a really nice thing there because they're all the exact same misprint. So, want to know what you guys think? Which is your favourite out of all of these? As I said, this is just a really random video that I did just because why not? I thought it'd be quite fun to do. So let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed it, and let me know which is your favourite ultimate rare here, and also which is your favourite ultimate rare just in general. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.